What is up, guys? It's Superken for Superken Gaming. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Leave a comment saying hi, thumbs up. If you like the video already, share this video with your friends. And these are the 10 worst games released in 1996. Number 10, NBA Hangtime. NBA Hangtime is a basketball game developed and published by Midway and released for arcade, Super NES, Sega Genesis, and Windows in 1996, and later came to the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation in 1997. This game is actually one of the more fun games on the list, but was mostly criticized for its load times and not doing anything new. And at the time, the PC community wasn't all too happy about it not having an online feature. In 1996. My home didn't even have the internet in 1996. Number 9, Harvester. Harvester is an interactive movie point-and-click adventure game. The game was designed by DigiFX Interactive and published by Merit Studios in 1996 for PC, and at the time quoted as being the goriest, most confusing, and above all stupidest horror game ever. Harvester suffered from delays, feeling dated by the time it eventually hit the store shelves. Number 8, Killer Instinct Gold. Killer Instinct Gold is a 1996 fighting game based on the arcade game Killer Instinct 2. The game was developed by Rare and released by Nintendo for the Nintendo 64. Much like Harvester, Killer Instinct Gold felt dated when it came out. The graphics weren't updated enough, making it feel like a cheesy 80s game, and the game ultimately felt awkward and overall not fun. Number 7, Star Wars Shadow of the Empire. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire is a 1996 third-person shooter game developed by LucasArts for the PC and Nintendo 64. This game was actually praised for its beginning level, but the rest of the game was a letdown. It was boring to play through and wasn't helped by the controls and bad camera angles. Number 6, Sonic 3D Blast. Sonic 3D Blast, known as Sonic 3D Flickles Island in Europe and Japan, is a 1996 platforming game developed by Traveler's Tale and Sonic Team, and published by Sega for the Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, and Microsoft Windows, and later came to the GameCube, PlayStation 2, Xbox, Wii, PlayStation 3, and Xbox 360, and various Sega collections. This game was mostly critiqued for its gameplay style, and the fact that the speed and intense action the Sonic name was built on was nowhere to be seen, turning it into more of a fetch questing game. Number 5, Contra Legacy of War. Contra Legacy of War is a 3D action game published by Konami and developed by Appaloosa Interactive. It was originally released in 1996 for the PlayStation and later came to the Sega Saturn. Legacy of War just didn't live up to its legacy, pun intended. The gameplay was clunky and the graphics were dull compared to the crisp visuals of the 16-bit predecessors. Number 4, Santa Fe Mysteries: The Elk Moon Murder. The Elk Moon Murder is part 1 of the Santa Fe Mystery series. This is an adventure game published and developed by Activision in 1996 for Mac and PC. However, for an adventure game, there were far too puzzles and interactive items, and of course, as you'd expect from an adventure game, felt a bit too complicated. Number 3, Danis Megaria: A Puzzle of Flesh. Danis Megaria: A Puzzle of Flesh is also known as Phantasmagorica 2 and released as Phantasmagorica 2 Fatal Obsession in some European countries. It's an interactive movie point-and-click adventure game released in 1996 by Sierra Entertainment for the PC and later the Sega Saturn in 1997. Critics ripped this game apart when it came out for its clumsy and linear gameplay, short length, ugly world, annoying characters, and lack of interactivity caused by the large amount of FMV video footage. Number 2, WWF In Your House. WWF In Your House is a wrestling game developed by Sculpted Software and published by Acclaim Entertainment for the Sony PlayStation, PC, and Sega Saturn. This game featured 10 wrestlers and pretty much nothing else. It felt dated for the time, having absolutely no variety, no weapons, no cages, nothing. It felt like the skin Mortal Kombat game with none of the flair. Ric Flair pun. Woo! And number 1, Bubsy 3D. Bubsy 3D, also Bubsy is 3D in Forbidden Planet and Bubsy 3D Forbidden Planet, is a platforming game developed by Eidatic, which sounds like something very immature, and published by Accolade and Telstar for the PlayStation. Chasing success isn't a new thing, it's been around forever, and Bubsy 3D was no exception. It was a cheap imitation of 1996's best game Super Mario 64, and is considered even today as one of the worst video games ever made. Thank you guys so much for watching my 10 worst games of 1996. For the next list, we're actually going to go back in time to the start of it all, the 1970s. And over the course of 2017 and even in 2018, we'll be working our way up to the best and worst games of today. But thank you guys again for watching. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Share this video with your friends. Give me some reason to keep making these videos. Thanks for watching, and of course, stay beautiful.